Hello out there, this is Terkanil, and welcome back to RxCraft. Just want to show you around a little bit. Been doing a little redecorating, adding a bit more wood stylizing in the hole here. Even got my bedroom finally dug out here. Started using acacia wood to frame out the walls, as you can see here. I'll eventually get this side dug out and turned into glass. But for today, our work is in the basement. I've been putting this off for a few episodes now because the oil works, but now we're coming down to the basement. We're coming down to the abandoned mine and the room that sits right here. There's a spider spawner in there, if you can't see. Let's see how much I've opened this thing up. Hello, spiders. These guys are the point of today's work. Cave spiders, quite poisonous, hurt, but give you a string and spider's eyes. Two items that we are now in need of. So, we're going to get to work on this. Let's finish getting that blocked up. Which means we're going to be annihilating a good chunk of this area right here. And it will be in the way. So the plan in here is to break out everything around the spawner and potentially this hallway here as well, and basically flood the spiders that way. So somewhere around here, and maybe even into this wall section here, will be a kill zone. I've got a couple options I've been working on, so I'm going to switch over to my creative world so I can show you a little of what I've been trying to work on in how to set this up and where I'm currently at on that. So here we are in my creative world, and you'll see various contraptions and structures here. I basically do all of my general testing, size, defining here, so on and so forth. So I just tinker and test things out. So you see here I got my little toy beacon set up here on top of this structure, and we'll actually be looking at that in just a moment. Got a couple redstone builds out here, auto workbench. There's the layout for my double timer. Here's the build for my basement intersection. My attempt at a rupee with carpeting, and then the first two, the two builds I had for my portal room. But what we're looking at here, as I said, are these guys. So inside of each of these structures is a cave spider spawner. So if I'm going to go right here in between these guys, you'll see the spider in right there. This is a simpler build. Go put that back. I always lose where the cactus go. There they are. So that is right there. Basically, spider spawns, water pushes into cactus, spider dies, and then everything is collected in hoppers, which come down here to this chest. But this only gives us string. And if we want to, for example, use spider's eyes, which will be used for brewing, we have to kill them ourselves. And that is the purpose of this structure. So again, similar idea. Spawner inside, as you can see right there. That room is actually really dark, but the crescent hammer allows me to see through facades that come with EnderIO. So there's the spawner. And basically, spider spawns, drops into water, and is pushed down this way. Right here is the switch I set up to push it between which one I want it to go to. So down here, as you can see, I'm still working on how to make this work correctly. That's hence the reason I haven't finished it out yet. But basically, one side pushes down here where hit a block, brings the spiders near death, and then you kill them. Then you get, so as a result, you get string and eyes. Or I can hit the switch here, just switch it, and spiders then instead sit this way into the cactus, killing them automatically. So most of this is standard redstone, as you can see there. It's just the basic timer I've been using, and then I added in just a little bit of the EnderIO redstone conduits, so I can send signal down here to start it. I mean, yeah, technically I could replace it all with just basic redstone and repeaters, but I was lazy. So this is what I'm currently working on and trying to utilize. So once I get the logistics of at least this end right here all sorted out, then I can shuffle it all in. I should say I can actually get the exact size requirements for this build and take it over to the survival world. But like with this spot right here, there's a couple logistic problems I just got to deal with, such as keeping the spiders moving downstream. So let me get that sorted out, and then we can start building. Got distracted and went to go kill some withers. I'm a pincushion. Apparently this place is spawning skeletons, regular skeletons. So after I had the small jaunt in the Nether, I came back with a decent amount of nether wart, and I've exchanged a little mini farm here for another wart. So now I can get some of this growing, and I should be able to automate this eventually. Don't know where yet. Well, before I can get to building the actual spider farm, I realized I had to get a few in-game chores done. And that turned into clearing the empty oil well bulb. We've already emptied a second one. Kind of sad. But while I was down there, I picked up quite a few ore blocks. As you can see there, quite a few. The most important part is this. Diamond ore. Picked up a grand total of 11 blocks. And now we hit it with Fortune 3 and see what we get. So 11 to start. Whew. 29 to end. That's what I call a good haul. Alright, now we can get to work. We are back outside the spider farm. I've begun digging out the area, and I cannot talk. So we're going to be leaving this enclosed for a little while I determine exactly how much space I have to either side of this hallway. Haven't decided if I'm going to use this hallway quite yet, so I'm going to leave it as is until necessary. This hallway here is forfeit, so I'll be taking out this area and using it as part of the construction plans. Looks like I can take out this wall. See how far we can get before we actually find silks. How far in do I have to go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this should be silks. Yep. Close it! Close it! Whew. Alright, so that's how much space we have on this side. That hurt a little bit. Let's go check out the other side. This one says 3. So head height is right there. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so there's the base dimensions for the hallway that I have to keep enclosed. So I can dig out the rest of that. I have no clue how far back this room goes. Let's see. Yeah, so this dirt here is directly behind it. So I'll have to dig in through here to see. Right there. Hello. Ah, wrong button, wrong button. Alright. Ow. That is the dimensions of the hall. A little bit of pain there. So I'll go ahead and dig this out a little bit. Alright. So now we have the enclosure defined. I can actually end up taking out this block. Leave myself a little bit of space. So there's the area that must be enclosed. I'll actually put a couple blocks back here so I know better. As long as I leave that enclosed when I'm doing the initial building, I'm set. I'll eventually have to start cutting into this. Actually, I might as well take this. So, where is that wall? Yeep! That was smart, wasn't it? Apparently I like to be poisoned. Alright, I'll be back as soon as I'm not dying. Alright, so the area around the spider hall is now cut away. All except for that one little strip right there, which I'm not worrying about quite yet. I'm not sure how much I can get away with cutting away at the back wall here. I may end up having to get some help from Am in order to try to get in and contain the spawner itself, which is roughly 2 blocks behind this. So somewhere about there. So now I get to plan how to construct all this. So as soon as I've got to figure out how much I can actually dig in. As I said, I think the spawner's only right about here, and I don't think anything else in the hallway is a problem other than all the silks. So it's just a matter of containing the spawner and preventing further spider spawns while I dig into the hallway. Then I can get it all built up. So, let me see how much of this hallway I can cut away on my own, or if I'm going to be calling in an assist. So I'll be back once we have the spawner contained. So I tried to get in, didn't come out so well. Got myself down to half health after 4 spiders popped out at me. So I'm calling in Amros. He's a bit better geared than I am at this point. So he should be able to help contain the spiders while I get digging in. So it'll be a few minutes while we get that taken care of. thanks to a little help from Amros, we have now broken in, cleared the hallway, and torched the spawner. It is now ready to be built around. So I'm just going to take out these walls here, begin digging out the area for the trap. Alright, we have the base area around the spawner dug out now. Got a block up on top of that thing to prevent anything from going right above it. Now, I've been looking at several ways to do this, so can't really say, you know, one spawner tutorial over another, as I've so far gone through about a couple, at least 4 or 5 at this point. But the general consensus is to do an area where the inside of the spawn zone is 9 by 9, then have them flush out in some general direction. So I'm flushing them all out that way. And then from there, I've got a couple of things I'm working on trying to do here. One will be I have just a general quick kill method, and hello, Silk. What will end up happening is the water will flush the spiders down into a set of cacti, and the cacti will kill them. So it's a very easy way to deal with the spiders. That is method 1 that I'll be using. The second method involves me setting up a manual kill zone, and I'm still working on building that. So we'll see how that works once I can actually get the logistics sorted out, as I'm still working on the logistics. Get out of the water kills them before I'm ready, or they don't get down where I'm trying to flush them. So I'll get that sorted out, then we can get back to that part. For now, I need to get myself a way in and out of this thing. Alright, so the room is built. All spawners will spawn in here, and be flushed down here into this hole, and then go through that corridor right there. So I've just got to dig that part out now, using this as my way in and out in the meantime. All that will be coming out right about here. So if I dig down a little bit, I should see my corridor. Yep, there we are. So we'll be able to use that going forward. Take this out a little bit. So now I've just got to see how far the water gets on one on its own, and then I set up the kill zones. So one will be right around here. The second, which I'll be setting up initially, will be off in this direction. So I'm going to need some hoppers. But really quick, I'm going to show you what I built in my creative world based on this area design, just to give you an idea of what I'm planning. So we are back in my creative world. You can see my first spider spawner attempts over there. This is the current layout. So this is based upon the RxCraft world and the layout I'm working with there. I'm pulling my crescent hammer here so you can see the area below it through the facades I stuck in there. So you see the room dugout as I have it going in the other world and how it's currently laid out. This is based upon a design I found. I'll have a link to at least that one in the description below. But after that, it gets a little more interesting. So down below me, they have the water splitting off, and right now it's heading into cacti. The cacti allow me to automatically kill the spiders as they come up, or as they come out from the spawner, and then get flushed down there. So far in this world, I've got, you know, at least 27 string for a little bit of flushing down there. The other direction comes into this hole here, and this would be for a manual kill. And this part I'm still working on. So what I'm going to end up doing here is getting this first part set up here so it'll just flush down in cacti. And then I can worry about the manual killing later. You know, for a point of reference, I got this switch here, and you'll see the redstone conduits going down below. This is linked into some redstone setups down below, which allow me to switch the water. So up means it comes to me, down means it goes into the automatic kill. So very simple redstone down there, but it allows me to choose which direction the spiders go and how they're getting killed. So, alright, back to RxCraft, where we can get that part set up. I think I'm going to change how this funnels, shrink the gather zone here from 3 by 3 to probably is 3 by 1, and then go down a center column. See how that works. We now have most of the pieces hooked up. Just doing some finishing touches now. Alright, so we're turning right there. What's really left at this point is getting these silks back out. And for that, I'm using this little blue line here. Not what it's necessarily used for, but the landmark is very handy at telling you where you're trying to go to. So just take this right here, and since I know I'm not deep enough, that right there. So here's what we've got now. We've got the water flowing down. I'll be blockading this side right here. So therefore all the spiders will flow into this room here. These will have 6 total cacti blocks. Basically acting as kill zone. The 4 hoppers will pick up the drops. The center hopper will be then funneled through BuildCraft piping right there up to a chest where string can be collected. Got a little bit of distance to go up, it looks like. There we are. And simply because we have plenty of gold, I got gold piping going the entire way. Turn that on. I believe Am agrees. And we'll go ahead and just use wood down here to keep the rest of the motif. Okay, turn the corner. Still think the hardest part about all of this is actually getting used to the idea that it's hard to waste gold. Okay, man, that's dark. And up we go. Oops. This is what I get for building on camera, right? Alright. Takes care of that. Let's temporarily throw a block right back there. My perimeter. Now I just need a pair of chests. And there's my string collection. All that's really left now is to set the water in here so that spiders can be flushed out. But before I do that, I need to string up lighting. So give me just a minute while I do that. And there we have it. The lighting for the room is in, and now we can see if that is enough. I'm going to start taking out the torches in here, and I should have left that block there. I need to be able to get back out. But let's clear these torches and see if there's enough light to keep spiders from spawning, or if I have to throw a few more in. Should really have my sword up. Looks like it should be bright enough in there then. Not hearing anything. Always a good sign. Alright. All that is left is getting water. So, I'm going to make a couple quick runs here so I have the water filling the place. Have the water in. Oops. Wrong button. So now I can get out of here. Hit that dirt block. And the water is flowing. Now I can get out of the room. And close it up. Now because I'm using a couple interesting mods here, especially the facades, means I can, see into the room. So I'm going to end up replacing a little bit of this wall with more facades so I can come over here and actually take a look inside. I've got a few more over here so I can see down to the kill zone. And I have these three out here in case anything happens to land behind the cacti, which would tell me I need more hoppers. But now I can turn it on, make sure it all works. I can hear the spiders now. Yep, there went that one. Can definitely see them. So, let's just see what happens. Well, it looks like it's working, and the string is slowly coming in, which means we are done. So we still have the other part of the process to build out. As I said, that still needs work, so that is for another time. But that is all the time we have for today. So therefore, this is Terkanil, signing off.